Live from a place where smart parts exist. It's Friday night with the A-Team with your host, Daryl the Cigar Vlogger Moore, Roxanne, Let Me See Your Transcript, and Mad Church Disease. If your YouTube channel is the entertainment leg of your church, the Alphabet Boys are looking for you in Nutville. It's a night of fun and laughs and trending topics. So sit back and listen and enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Friday Night Live. I'm your host, Daryl Moore, the Cigar Vlogger, and I got with me Mad Church Disease, Mr. Marcellus McMillan. What's up, brother? How's everything going? Hello? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to mute Mr. Okay, good. Everybody can hear me. What's up, Marcellus? How you doing, brother?
What's up, sir? I am actually here. I had to run to the restroom really quick, and I actually did go to the bathroom.
Oh shit! I can see where we're going.
I actually did go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna call me no motherfucker though, is you?
No, I'm not. I'm actually not gonna call you out your name at all.
Okay, good. I've been called worse though.
Oh, I'm sure, and I have too. Shout out to everybody. So shout out to everybody. Y'all couldn't hear me because I was in the restroom, so that's why you couldn't.
Yeah, we didn't need to hear that. We good.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we good on that. Okay, bro. But
Well, first of all, shout out to all of you that are in the chat. Please make sure you guys like and share this video. If you have not already subscribed to the Cigar Vloggers channel, please make sure that you guys do so. Also, normally our Cash App information would be on the, well, it is. Daryl's is on the ticker tape and mine is on the screen. If you feel so need to share some love with us, we would really appreciate it. We'd really appreciate it.
Amen.
And Daryl's actually in his car in a good location, I hope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually I am. I got a meeting after this and an event to go to. So yeah, that's why we did it an hour early than we normally do. And
right.
to catch jokers off guard because they record everything we do and then cut it in and edit it and splice it to say what they wanted to say. But that's all right.
Absolutely. Let me get rid of this one. I got about 3-4 tabs open at the same time. Y'all excuse me because I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna open up another tab so I can get our topics together. So give me a minute here.
Okay, dope.
Let me see here. Let's see. Oh no, I don't want that. Hold on, let me get here. So I can. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody put a 1 in the chat. What's up with the 1? Did you ask for a 1?
Yeah, to make sure they can hear me. I always do that.
Oh, okay. So shout out to all of you guys. All right. I'm not gonna waste any time. I don't know where Roxanne is right now.
That's okay.
But I'm just going to
address the elephant in the room.
I don't even know if it's an elephant. Here's the thing, you guys. I'm a big boy and I can handle myself very well. I choose to remain calm and respectful because I'm calm and I'm a respectful person. I think
Mm-hmm.
sometimes individuals who see certain things and hear certain things on the internet come up with certain assumptions about individuals without really knowing their character and knowing them per se.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to speak about this once and I'm not going to address this again. So this will not be addressed again. Number one,
Right.
Daryl and I, Roxanne and I, Daryl, Roxanne, myself, and Kim, uh, started on this YouTube journey, building, helping one another build each other's channels, etc. And
Mm-hmm.
I think I speak for Daryl and I think I speak for Roxanne as well that we love Kim. We don't dislike Kim.
Mm-mm.
We have no hatred for Kim.
Nope.
There isn't any sort of what's the word? There really
Uh,
isn't any sort of animosity at
No.
this particular point. We want Kim to be Kim and get all the help that she needs, so that she can be her best Kim. As simple as that.
That's it.
There are some things behind the scenes that have transpired over the last 2 years. We're going to keep those things private and amongst ourselves. As we
Mm-hmm.
have said to you all that we would never try and come out here and publicly go after one another. We are going to keep that promise, and we
Right.
are going to keep that. And so the only thing that I can say is I'm sorry for what transpired. I have not lied on anyone. I have not told any lies on anyone. I've not
Mm-mm.
tried to embarrass anyone on this platform. I most certainly
Mm-mm.
have not tried to out church anyone. I don't even know what that is.
Mm. Right.
um, and I want for all of those individuals who are mentors and accountability partners and things of that nature, I want you all to hear me very carefully. I think you have been misled. I think there's some information that has been given to you that has been bad information.
Right.
And I think some of that information has been untruthful. Let me just say this to all of you who watch this program. We don't tell a single joke. Well, we didn't tell one single joke here and with that involved Kim without talking to Kim about that joke before we ever went online.
Exactly.
We never tried to maliciously pick on Kim or go after Kim to make her feel any sort of way.
Mm-mm.
And she was the only A-team member that we did that for. And we did that because we wanted to make sure she understood that we were never being malicious and that we cared for her and didn't want her to, feel bad in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Um, just the bottom line is, we love Kim, wish you well. Kim, this is now the second time that we are being gracious to you and being very kind to you and allowing you to go on your way and do you. But as far as I'm concerned, there will be no returning of Kim Chandler to the A team. It needs to be established and understood that Kimberly Chandler is no longer associated with the A team. She is on her own. Whatever she does on social media is on her deal, has no reflection on us. So those other individuals in those other sectors need to understand and recognize half of the stuff that's been going on all over this internet that some of this stuff we knew about, some of it we didn't. We don't have any parts of that stuff. We're not in any beef sector. We are not in any Umar sector or whatever that stuff is. We're not in any part of that. Okay. Now, the last thing I will say to this, and then I will go on with the rest of our commentary and our program for tonight. Kim, I wish you well. Love you much, but I'm going to tell you publicly what I told you privately. This is the only warning I'm going to give you. If you go out on these YouTube streets and you say anything about Daryl, Roxanne, or myself that gets back to me, I am going to open a digital can of whoop ass on you like you have never experienced in your life. So the best thing for you to do is to go your way, enjoy your YouTube channel, and be at peace with yourself and God. I have nothing more to say to you. I have no more dealings with you. You will never receive any more help from me in regard to a single thing. God bless you. I wish you well. And that's all I really have to say. I know that Roxanne is coming on. I don't know if she has anything that she wants to say or add. I doubt it. But I'm done. And you all need to recognize that as well. We have covered a lot for Kim, and we have kept silent a lot about a lot of things. But I want to tell you, and I'm just issuing the warning, Kim, and please stop commenting about Daryl's mental status. I don't think that that's necessary. I think that's a little sly and slick, and I don't appreciate that. We've been working very hard for individuals to get their whatever they need. So I need for you to stop that. But I will most certainly open up a can of whoop ass on you, and I will tell these people everything that you have done behind the scenes in regards to Daryl as well as Roxanne and as well as this entire A team. So just keep your mouth closed, go on about your business. You're free to go with Jesus and them and all the people who have a blood clot on their pneumonia. All the folks that got a hole in their stomach, need to be airlifted to all sorts of places. You go be with them in Jesus' name. I think I did really well. Amen.
Yeah, for you, that was really well.
Yeah. So I'm done with that. Roxanne, I don't know if you have anything to say, but I'm ready to move on and get to the rest of our program.
I wish her well.
All right. God bless.
I wish her well.
All right. God bless you. We wish you well, Kim. May the Lord watch between me and thee while our God has separated and split thee. Amen. Praise God. Moving on. There was a story that ran across my desk, and I think I sent you guys a copy of it this morning. And I'm going back into the chat about this 14-year-old girl. Did you all see this story? Who beat this man to death with some other students? And let me find this article. Good Lord, I could have sworn I gave
Where
y'all
did
this
this happen at Marcellus?
Philadelphia. Oh my God.
Okay. Because it was on the news here in Maryland, big time.
Yeah, they attacked him on the street at about 2 a.m. None of them was over 17, 18 years old. It was a group of teenagers.
Oh my God, I'm looking for the article. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even find the article.
And now that they got that girl, she's gonna tell on everybody when they put their
I hope she does.
Yeah, because all of them need to be in prison for a long time, if not forever.
Daryl, where did I post this? I thought I sent you guys this in the group.
Yeah,
I can't even find it. When was it? Did I send it yesterday or was it today?
Oh, day before, I think. But shoot.
Oh, really? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Well, somebody gonna have to find that and put that in the chat then, because I can't.
Man, we didn't talk about a bunch of stuff because they beat that man with one of those orange cones. That beat him to death. 73 years old.
Yeah. And first of all, that just goes to show you how people just don't love our elderly. These young people are not taught to really love, elders. And I was raised in a house where, we was taught to respect elders and love old people and their wisdom.
Right.
To beat an old person to death, I mean, good Lord, you got to be a
ferocious person. If the elders were taking groceries out the car, we had to go help.
Right. So
that's how we were raised. Had to mow their grass. Had to do it all.
But now we won't.
But they don't teach that anymore. I can remember hating it as a kid, but it just became natural. Like, that's just what we got to do.
Well, I grew up where, the old people would give us like $5 to cut their whole yard. And in the South, getting $5 to cut a whole yard, that wasn't nothing, because them yards would be football fields long.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But we did what we had to do for them. And so, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Now, what do y'all think? Are they going to try her as an adult? Do you think? Now, here's the part about that article that got me that I forgot that I wanted to mention. Her lawyer, when they were talking about giving her, I don't know, bail or just talking when they went to something before the judge, her lawyer had the nerve to say she's not a threat to society.
Shit. Who did she
Shit.
kill? Wasn't he society? Wasn't that society?
Exactly.
Right.
I don't know.
That's
But
what got me. I was like, is her lawyer stupid? Like, she most certainly is a threat to society, especially if she just beat a 70-something-year-old man with a cone.
Yeah. Shit. I hope they put her in the adult side of the jail, not the damn juvenile.
Yeah, I just found that to be very, very interesting. And I'm sorry I wasn't on camera, you all, because I put my stuff on the yeah, I forgot. I just need to fix my camera setting a bit. That's all, because I know I'm
Mm.
looking a little grainy. Let's see. But yeah. Um
Mm-mm.
mm-mm. Hopefully that's a
Man.
little bit better. I don't even like that view anyway. We'll go back off. But yeah, that story I found was really, really interesting. And this darn StreamYard and this other thing, it's gotten really rough. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, let me also tell you guys about this other story that I found, and I'm gonna pull
Mm.
this one up because I think I brought you guys this story this morning, and we talked about this offline. Uh there was a woman arrested in a multi-million-dollar credit repair scheme.
Uh-oh.
I don't
Where
know
was
if you
and
got.
what yeah, in Houston, Texas, right?
Yeah, in Houston. There seems to be a whole lot of foolishness coming out of Houston. I swear, oh, for Jesus, it is. These Houstonites can't seem to get themselves together.
It's the
Uh,
heat. It's the heat.
Marcellus, where was that?
in Houston,
Where did that happen?
in Houston,
Oh, okay.
I put the YouTube link in. You can actually go back. But this lady was doing credit repair. But what she was doing is she was actually taking a police report and what's the word, doctoring it up, and she
Mm-hmm.
would use that to file with creditors, and she got a lot of people's creditors credit cleared up with it, right? But then she kept using the same document over and over again, and so they ended up catching her butt, and now she is on her way. Well, she's in jail now, but she's probably on her way to prison.
Oh,
So,
shoot, that's wish I'd have found her before she got locked up. Man, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
but
I'm just
but
playing.
Daryl,
Cause somebody will swept in there. Daryl doing something illegal. You know, they're always lying.
no, they'll be talking about, oh girl, prophecy over you was probably true.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Stop lying.
You saw how that prophecy worked.
hmm Yeah, but Roxanne, have you ever used one of these credit repair services, and have you ever been
No,
because I've been
I did
sort
it
of
myself. I
yeah,
just did it myself.
I'm
Yeah,
leery of those types of things.
all you gotta do is send the letters yourself, and if they don't respond, they drops it off in 30 days. But these
Right.
people
And
be
YouTube will show you if it doesn't come off after you dispute it the first third, YouTube will show you what's the next letter. So you
right.
really don't have to pay anybody.
Yeah, but
I don't pay.
these people be charging $1,200, $1,500.
Yeah. For something
Good
you can
God.
do yourself. YouTube teaches you everything.
Yeah, I
Except for
learned
how
how
to
to.
wash a dog with 8 bottles.
Uh,
Got you, dog.
oh Lord.
I got him, Marcellus.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Uh, but only thing that I can say here in this particular instance is be leery of a lot of these credit repair services, you guys. If you don't really do your research on a lot of this stuff, just be leery of this stuff. And be careful. So that's all I would say. Now, this is a story that kind of caught me off guard. Did you all remember the singer Ricky Martin?
Yeah.
She bangs, she bangs. You remember him, right? Well,
Yeah.
he actually could face up to 50 years in prison. He actually has a domestic violence case that has been he's been accused of abusing a 21-year-old nephew. And I'll just read to you what it says here. Ricky Martin is being accused of domestic violence by his own nephew and could now be facing up to 50 years in prison after the complaint was made anonymously under Law 54, known as the Domestic Violence Prevention and Intervention Act. Martin's brother, Eric Martin, revealed that the victim is the artist's nephew. And under the allegations by his 21-year-old nephew, it said that he ended a 7-month relationship with Martin and that the singer did not take it well. So he was in a relationship with his own nephew.
Oh, see, when he first got hot, I had just gone over to Puerto Rico on vacation when he just got famous.
Mm.
And but they knew back then he was gay. He didn't hide it or anything, but your nephew?
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
according to this
all
article.
the men walking around here.
And it says, under Puerto Rican law, allegations of incest are taken very seriously. If proven guilty, the artist could be sentenced up to 50 years in prison. I'm not really familiar with incest. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge about incest because I thought incest was between your brothers and sisters and mother
Any
and all that
relative.
kind of stuff. So it's just
It's
any
not.
relative.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
It's not molestation. It's exploration.
He got you,
Oh,
Marcellus.
oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, it's also incest, and it could cost you up to 50 years in
And
prison.
illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. So I found that to be very interesting. And that's one of those stories that sort of caught me off guard because, you don't really hear anything about him that much. But to hear, this kind of a story come out of there, yeah.
Big,
So
bur-
that's
big,
something.
big old burly nigga touching bread baskets.
Mm-hmm. And that don't start with the burly, and because that got us in trouble last week and sent us on a slippery slope to nowhere and to anger, because you kept calling somebody a big burly bull dagger,
Dagger.
and that just incensed and enraged our former co-host. So
So what you saying, Marcellus? Daryl started all of this?
Oh my God, for 2 weeks in a row, but I ended up being the one to get beat up. Now, this is what he do every time. Every time he started and I get beat up, and then at the end of it, they're like, whatever you need, Daryl, I'll help you in any way I can. But I'm the
And
one
all
over.
you did was laugh. The only thing you did was laugh.
Look, but I'm always the one who end up getting beat up at the end and verbally assaulted. I'm like, okay, enough of this.
You a damn lie. Shit.
Look,
damn lie.
look. Now you trying to tell me that we ain't have more than one cuss out, and at the end of the cuss out, you was told anything you need, Daryl, I'll help you, and the other person just rolled off into the sunset like nothing they had
like
said
we
and done
weren't on
nothing.
the other end of the line.
Right? Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm just saying.
I ain't saying shit.
Yeah, anything you need, Daryl, I'm here for you because you're my friend. All right, moving right along.
But them other two?
No, it ain't me. It's Roxanne and them goddamn flying monkeys.
Oh, monkey.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Roxanne and her goddamn flying monkeys.
Lord have mercy. Well,
Yeah.
Daryl, I think this might be a story you might really like too. There was a man the man who was accused of killing Malcolm X is now suing the state of New York for over $40 million for spending 20 years in prison.
As he should.
So
because everybody in the neighborhood knew who killed Malcolm X. Come to find out.
He was exonerated last year for the 1965 assassination of Malcolm X. I started to say Martin Luther King. I can't get myself together tonight. In New York City after spending 2 decades behind bars for the infamous crime. Muhammad Aziz, he's 84 years old now. Had his and he looks amazing to be
good. Yes, he does.
He looks amazing to be 84 years old. But he did file the complaint in the Brooklyn federal court on Thursday, citing his wrongful conviction in the murder of the civil rights leader. Now, my question to you, are all these lawyers going to drag this out until the man dies before they have to pay, and maybe have to pay his family the money? Because this is a situation where I feel like they're probably going to drag this
out to outlive him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what say you guys?
Here's the thing, y'all. When I lived in New Jersey, and I used to walk to the bus stop every day to go to New York before I moved to New York, I walked past the boxing gym of the man that was the actual trigger man, and he died and was never brought to justice. He died a
Mm.
couple of years ago. I looked in that man's face just like I'm looking at my children. I would see that man every day, and and everybody in Newark knew him because
Mm-hmm.
his wife ran for city council, and he was running a boxing gym right across the lake from me where I stayed. I used to see that man at least 4 times a week. Looked him in the
And
face.
it was no secret.
None.
Everybody knew.
It was common
Everybody.
knowledge in the Muslim
Yeah.
community. It was common knowledge, and when he died, it was standing room only at his funeral.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm.
It was it was standing room only at that man's funeral. He went to his grave, never being brought to justice, never saw the inside of a courtroom for that crime. He did do time in prison for other stuff, and it was known that he was a violent man that was known to carry a shotgun when he committed his crimes. And Malcolm X got blasted with the shotgun, close range, sawed-off shotgun. Yep.
And how
Mm.
could you? I don't understand how he could let another person sit and rot in jail like that and he not do nothing about it.
Shoot, it happens all the time. It just happened to be Malcolm, but it
And
happens
you just
all the
let
time.
somebody take the blame for what you did? Wow.
Three, three people. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he did that at the behest of the Nation of Islam. They could say what they want, and
Oh, I know. Oh, I
they,
know.
yeah, we all know who was the mastermind behind that because
Mm-hmm.
it was Elijah Muhammad was the leader, and then Malcolm was his right hand man, and the third person behind Malcolm was Louis Farrakhan, and Louis
Mm-hmm.
Farrakhan hated Malcolm's guts, and he
Mm.
made no secret of it at that time that he hate. And all the writings in the Muhammad Speaks paper that were written by Louis Farrakhan let it be known that he hated Malcolm's guts, and that he called him a Benedict Arnold and a traitor and all those other things. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, because even Malcolm's daughter, uh, who tried to have him killed years later.
Well, I know a lot about traders as of late. Well, anyway, let's go on. It looks like Jennifer Lewis was honored. She had a star on the Walk of Fame that they actually
Yeah,
gave her.
well deserved, well
Uh,
deserved.
Now she's actually been in the music in the movie business for quite some time. I must need to have a drink or something because I am all off. I am so off. I must need to have a drink. I am. I'm gonna have me a drink after this live. I am. I can't
Yeah,
even
bro.
get it together. But she actually was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk
Thank
of
you.
Fame.
Oh,
She
that's
is a
nice.
legendary entertainer, but she also suffers from being
Hmm.
bipolar. And the story that she told one time, Daryl, about her bipolarism had me cracking up. You know, one day she went through a manic phase on an episode, and she went out and bought a whole house. She just
That
went
didn't
out and
need one.
right,
Bought a separate house.
and that story is always like really stuck with me.
Two
Um,
hundred thousand dollars. Just boom, bought it.
yeah,
Didn't
that's
even
Mm,
need it. $200,000
wow.
house and didn't even need it. And that's when she
mm-mm.
went and said, "I need help," because she's type 2 bipolar like I am, and I have therapy is the only way to help you with those impulsive acts like that.
So what do you
Wow.
do to train your mind to respond differently?
Yeah, when you feel those manic phases coming on, where you're gonna do stuff like that, impulsive,
Mm-hmm.
there's breathing techniques, there's medication, countless therapy. Like you have the lifestyle modifications. I don't keep cash in
Mm-hmm.
my pocket. I keep my debit card, and I keep um, my savings separate from it. So I don't go out and I'm gonna buy a motorcycle. I'm gonna go take a trip to Cancun and stupid stuff, knowing my bills are due the first of the month, and I haven't put money
Mm-hmm.
aside. Impulsive shopping. I don't do that. Like people, I'm gonna go on Amazon and order. Like they were talking the past couple of days about, Lord, pray for me. Amazon got these specials going. I'm like, I didn't even look at Amazon. I stayed off because
Mm.
impulsive shopping,
And they
impulsive
really didn't
decision
have no
Mm-hmm.
making.
specials. Wasn't nothing good on Amazon Day.
I
Right.
almost bought a watch.
No, I didn't like anything because at the same time they were having Amazon Day, AppSumo was having their what they call like their AppSumo Day because you guys know I do a lot
Mm-hmm.
of software and stuff, and I was just like, I don't see nothing I like on none of this stuff, so I ain't buying
Right.
nothing.
Hmm.
Well, I put that Samsung watch in my cart, but I never did go back to get it. So
Now let me tell y'all. For Kelly G. Kelly G has a question for you, Daryl. She wants to know: do you ever shut down from people for a while?
Yes, I do. I'm very I'm a big time introvert. Like this meeting I'm going to tonight, this is going to be extremely hard for me because I'm a loner. I keep to myself a lot, and then when I get in my depressive phase of the manic depression, because that's all bipolar is. The new name for it is the new name for manic depression. You either have real highs where you real amped up, where you can't sit still, you fidgeting and it's doing all kind of stuff, or you really depressive. And when I get to those depressive stages, I become very withdrawn. You might not see me for days at a time, or mine used to be so bad before I got into a good therapy program. I would go days without even getting out of bed for nothing but the bathroom,
hmm
wearing the same clothes 2 and 3 days, just
hmm
real, just isolating myself from everybody.
Well, Kelly G, I will just simply tell you, I recommend everyone detox from people at some point in time. Sometimes you have to walk
Uh-huh.
away, and this is
Yeah.
something that I've talked to Daryl, Roxanne, and let me see your transcripts about before. You know, there always needs to be times where you walk away and you have take some me time and get a break time,
Mm-hmm.
because if you don't do that, you will most certainly have a breakdown, and it's necessary for you to do that. And my colleagues and I, before Daryl, I met Daryl and the crew over here. We would actually go away sometime for 90 days at a time. Because
Mm.
when you're dealing with a lot of these church related issues and stuff, sometimes this stuff makes you so mad and it gets in your spirit and you just can't get it out. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And you need to just walk completely away. And so
Yeah.
we used to take 90 days sometimes. People be like, well, where's such and such? And where's such and such? And we'd be like, we out.
Yeah. Because that's what I did at this past week. When I drove out into the Amish country and I just stayed all day and got in the hot tub and sat out there in the middle of the woods just to decompress. And
Mm,
because I got court Monday, and so when I all this stuff been going on the past 2 years, my dad and all these lawsuit stuff I've been dealing with, and these people harassing me and all this other stuff. Every now and then I just shut down. Hey man, I ain't doing no live on Wednesday. I ain't doing nothing on Friday. I just need time to myself, and that's what I would do. I would just go step away
right.
because if you don't, it'll burn you down out. You'll be burnt out.
And we was really, as a group, I was so glad when we took a couple of them Fridays off, because I was so
Hmm.
busy and so tired and doing
hmm
so many of that other stuff. I was just like, thank you, Jesus. But
Yeah.
but I think too, content creators need to understand, because we're always producing content and we're always doing stuff on this here YouTube. We need to
Uh huh.
understand that you can get something called burnout, and you need to
Hmm.
understand that you need to take a break sometime. And there's a system in a way that you can take a break where you don't really lose your momentum,
Right.
but you got to know how to do that and structure that and so forth. Now I'm not really
Hmm.
into the rap music, and I might not say this name correct, but I guess there was a young man by the name of DJ D Baby. He
Oh,
was,
the baby. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Is that the same the baby that everybody was talking about a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago?
I don't know. What'd he do?
Because according to this article, he died because he fell from a 13-story balcony, and his
I don't
girlfriend is
know.
saying that she didn't push him.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. How y'all doing? All right.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Okay, well, let me read to you what it says really quick, and it has a picture in the article. Houston area DJ DaBaby has died after a week, after plummeting from a 13-story balcony, uh,
Oh, that might be the same person. I don't know. I had to ask my son. He knows these people.
but it might be a girl, because it says, and her girlfriend insists she did not
Oh
push
no,
her
no, no,
as a
no, no,
rumor.
no, no,
So
no.
this
Oh,
this has to
that's
be a
somebody. That because the baby I know that my son always talk
is
about
a
is a
guy.
guy.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so this is obviously a girl, and it says she didn't push her, as rumors that the two were fighting continue to circulate on social media. It says the up and coming 23-year-old DJ, whose real name is Darian Lewis, fell from the high rise apartment building in the early hours of July 4th before landing on a pool deck 4 floors below. Lewis' girlfriend, Naisha Jackson, was the only person present at the time of the fatal fall. And she said on Facebook post on Wednesday that she watched Lewis as she climbed onto the patio chair moments before her plunge. So apparently she's saying that she committed suicide and that she didn't push her. So Terrell, thank you so very much for letting me know that that was a lady, because I'd be confused about all these rap people. Y'all know I don't, that's not my world.
No,
but yeah,
ain't my thing either.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff is going on, and you know what, Daryl? I think a lot of stuff is just going on mental health wise with people, you know. But see, here's the thing too, and this is so funny that this conversation is going to turn this way, because I just got something that hit my spirit. You know, one of the reasons why, as a Christian, I feel so blessed is because when my heart is overwhelmed, I can go to the rock, and that's higher than I am. And I can go to him in a time of strength and need when I need. Now, I'm not saying therapy is not important and you can't go to a therapist or whatever. But in my most difficult times of life so far, I've been able to go to the Lord and really, cast my burdens and my cares on him, because I recognize that he cares for me. And there seems to be a lot of people right now who are suffering mentally with a lot of mental health issues. And let me just say this to you. If you are suffering from a mental health issue, it's really important that you, first of all, seek some sort of treatment, and seek the proper treatment, and be honest with your therapist. Because what I've found over the last 2 years, that a lot of people will tell their quote unquote accountability partners and therapists and all sorts of people false information that is not accurate and that is not true. And then they can't really get the help that they need. One of the things on this program that, and I've talked to people behind the scenes and the moderators over here a lot, all of this new word that's coming out, triggers. Everybody's triggered. Everything triggers you. Trigger. I ain't never heard this word as much as I heard this word in the last 2 years. And let me just tell you what a lot of you all are doing when it comes to this trigger information and stuff. You are, in my opinion, you're using a lot of that as a manipulation tool and tactic. And some of you are so married to your story and your dysfunction that you're unwilling to lay down your dysfunction. Because in order for you to get free of some of the stuff that you're holding on to, you're going to have to give up the necessity to cuddle it and to kiss it goodnight every night and rehearse it in your mind and remember all of the things that happened to you. Some things in life you just have to give up, and you just can't hang on to it, because it's going to hinder your future. It's going to hinder your ability to move forward in life, and you're not even going to really be able to go forward. And mental health stuff is really important. Making sure that your mental health is in a good space and place it's important. But you cannot be using other people for an excuse as to why you're doing the things that you're doing, because a lot of people do things to others and they try and cloak it under the guise of I got a mental health disorder and I need to go away and handle my mental health. No, you do the things that you do because you want to do them. It's just that simple. It's just it's just cut and dry, just like that. And this trigger business, some of you, and I've been talking to several people about this, some of you need to stop with all this trigger business, because it's a form of manipulation. So, and I'll give you a perfect example of what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say Daryl and I are here and we decided we want to talk about the moon.
I don't know what happened. He just went out. I don't know what happened.
To speak about the moon, because she no longer wants to talk about the moon. Instead of removing herself from the conversation or removing herself from the situation, she now wants to manipulate Daryl and myself from talking about the moon. And I have gone over this with folks a lot lately, as you don't get the luxury. If you're triggered by something, remove yourself from the situation, because if you know you're triggered by certain things, then it is your responsibility to remove yourself from certain situations and conversation. It's not the other person's responsibility to force you or to try and make you do something that you don't want to do. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
But I think people keep using this triggered stuff. Oh, I was triggered. No, no, you tried to manipulate other people and force them not to talk about something that you did not want to talk about. But instead of you just not talking about it or not saying anything, you decided, oh, I'm just going to lash out, or I'm going to be mean, or I'm going to do what I do. And people just have to be really, really careful of that. And the reason why I
Mm-hmm.
bring that up, because of mental health, because this next story, I think is a mental health story.
Mm-hmm.
This lady, her name is Shan. I didn't tell you, these black girls and some of these names. Help me, Father. Don't be mad, y'all. Can't pronounce some of this stuff. Shantover,
Oh shit.
Shantover, Shontover. Shantover. Is that Shantover?
They're close enough. Cause hey,
Shantover.
yo,
Okay. The girl's name is Shantover. Well, Shantover Kirkling of Augusta, Georgia, is headed to prison after a prank that claimed the two lives of two fathers in a lake. The
right,
32-year-old surrendered to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office in September of 2021 to face charges in the deaths of Ian Wilson and Edward Kirkland Jr. That occurred on a Clarks Hill Lake in Lincoln County. It says the tragedy occurred at a boat party where the incident was partially captured on video. Police detained her and at Lincoln County Sheriff's Office in jail before the judge sentenced her. So I guess she got sentenced this week.
mm-hmm.
And it says a report from the AP News says the warrants accused Kirkland of causing Kirk Jr.'s death by shoving him off a boat into the deep cold water without regard for his ability to be able to swim. So the chick just pushed him into the water.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, here's my thing. If you're going to push me in the water, you better have the ability to jump in the water and save my black ass. If you don't have the ability to do that,
Exactly.
why are you pushing me into the water? But to me,
Mm-hmm.
that's a mental health problem. You got a mental health issues, because if you can just casually push a person into deep water without recognizing that the person may not even have the ability to swim, you got problems there.
Yeah, I agree.
And so she
And,
pled guilty to both of those cases, Daryl. And I sent you guys the link so y'all can see, I guess, the video as well as the document as far as that's concerned. So you guys can look that up as well. But I just found
mm-hmm.
that story to be very interesting as well. We're talking about mental health is because, there's so many people that's doing some old bull jive, and, and they won't take responsibility for the stuff that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Even that 14-year-old girl that we talked about at the beginning part of this show, the way her lawyer is talking, she doesn't even take responsibility for the fact that she killed a 70-something-year-old man with a cone.
Well, she gonna when they get through whooping her ass in that damn cell block. Cause when them older inmates find out what she did, oh boy, they gonna tear her ass loose. They got to put her in protective custody, because everybody gonna want a piece of her. Corrections officers, other inmates. She's not gonna be safe. None of them are.
Mm. Well, speaking of inmates, the big burly bull dagger, her
Oh shit.
you started that. So Britney Griner's um lawyer has submitted documents to the let me just put this. Her lawyer gave the Russian court her doctor's letter recommending her cannabis for pain. So she had a doctor submit a letter to the
Yeah,
court saying that she uses her cannabis for pain. And
but
do you
that's in
think?
Arizona. That ain't got nothing to do with Russia. Russia got different laws. That's
No,
like me
it's
going to.
but I got that. But she said, but she gave it to the Russian people.
Yeah, I know. I saw it today on CNN. I was like, that ain't gonna. I don't know what that's gonna do for her. The one thing that might help us is people in Russia. A lot of people are speaking out on her behalf that's from that country. But that'd be like me coming to California visit you, and I'm like, well, I'm from Ohio. My doctor in Ohio gave me this to take or to do this, and it might be illegal in California. You got to abide by the laws where you are.
Mm.
You can't take your ass to a whole other side of the world, not the country, the world. Cause
Wow.
like in what's that country? I think it's Thailand. If you get caught with drugs in Thailand, you get the death penalty. They
Mm.
We wouldn't even be having this discussion if she had got arrested in Thailand because they'd have put her to death already. They'd have
Wow.
hung her, death by hanging.
Well, I think that would be a little severe and swift.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about it. Is it Pakistan? It's Afghanistan. You get convicted of child molestation or raping a child. You get convicted at 11:45, 12 o'clock. You dead. Ain't no sitting around in jail for years and years waiting on some appeals. If you get convicted of rape, they take you right outside the building, put you down on your knees. They either behead you or they shoot you,
Mm.
and that's it. So you better know the law. Oh, I'm sorry, Roxanne. I'm just running my mouth. But
I've
yeah,
been
you
sitting
better
down
know.
here forever.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just saw this big old light say, "Let me in." I'm back. I'm sorry, but
Let me say hello to everybody because I can't see y'all. I'm not at home, so I can't see what y'all are saying. But hey, everybody, I'm
mhm.
sorry. Go ahead, girl.
But yeah, she's sitting there. I feel for a little about this much, because you knew what the law was when you went over there. Everybody like, oh, free Britney, free Britney. You go
Who would
somewhere
go to Russia of all places to take
with drugs. You can just
Russia?
buy the
Oh,
drugs over there if you're gonna get high. Smoke them over there. And when you get ready to come back home, leave it there. You buy some
right.
more when you get back
Get
to the United
here.
States.
Right.
Yeah, when you get, or if you're flying from Russia, when you stop and make your flight to Amsterdam, get all you want in Amsterdam, spend you a day getting high, then you come on back. No, you're gonna get high and try to put it to me. I forgot it was in my luggage. You ain't forgot you had no cannabis in your luggage. You tried to sneak it through, so you got caught. You 6'8". You a big old person, male or female, but you
As
just
if
happen
they
to be.
gonna miss her.
Yeah, you 6'8" walking through an airport. Big old 6'8" black person in Russia, and think they ain't gonna pull you to the side through the TSA? Come on now. Let me see your suitcase. Boom. Oh, you got dope. Okay. Bring your big burly ass over here. We got something for you. 10 years. You she gonna be lucky if she don't get nothing over 3 years. She gonna be real lucky. But
Mm.
they
Mm.
gonna make her do some time now. She gonna have to do at least a year. At
You think
least.
they're gonna make an example out of her?
Oh hell yeah, because they're gonna use her as a political pawn with the United States. And see, if Trump don't get indicted, and he talking about, well, he first thing he gonna say, I would have got her out, because he got the bald boy out of China. So that's gonna be his big claim. See, black people, I would have never let her sit in jail. I would have got her out. We'd have got on the phone and got her home.
Yeah, and
So
she'd have got home to sit in jail in America. Because here's the thing: a lot of black people are in prison right now. You walking around, but you don't know you're in prison because your community is in prison. Your neighborhood is in prison. Your child's
mhm.
school is in prison. Don't get me to go down this road, Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
Mm-hmm.
that. I don't know what. Yeah, okay, get out of prison. You don't
But
realize you in prison.
that was his
Exactly.
campaign. That was his campaign slogan, and that's what
What?
got him elected. Because some black people voted for him.
Yeah, with their stupid asses. Yeah. Hmm.
They paying for it now.
Yeah.
They paying for it left and right.
Well, speak of paying for it and luck running out, Ivanka Trump has actually passed away. Her luck has run out. Um,
Yep.
According to this situation, she actually died of blunt impact injury. She fell down some stairs.
Some steps.
Yeah,
Yep.
were you
I
guys
just
aware
looked
that
at
she
the
fell
news.
down the stairs?
Shit, he
No,
had
they didn't
somebody
announce
push
it.
her down the steps.
Yep. Hey, that's what I say.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. Because the other
Was
day they was like, oh, she was found unresponsible. Yeah, right. Because what did she know that they didn't want told? Because remember,
well,
you had
here's the
even brought
thing.
out that
Go ahead.
she had accused Trump of what was it, molestation
Rape.
or something?
No,
Or
rape.
rape. Yeah. Then
But
all of a
did
sudden
she
that
go ahead,
did she
Darl, I'm
what?
sorry.
Then she
Didn't
went.
she
Then all of a
didn't
sudden that
she
went.
she was the only wife that showed her tax returns, right?
Oh, I
Showed
don't
their
know.
Mhm.
tax returns.
and
Their
and she was
tax
a
returns.
and she was about to be subpoenaed, I think. But I find it interesting. She died. She died right as Trump and the 3 Trump children that she had with him were all supposed to be called in to issue their depositions. And now Letitia from New York has delayed that because of the death of this lady. So they bought themselves a little time, probably 30 days, 30 to 45 days, to get their heads together.
Well, I think, and I just reiterate this, I don't think Donald Trump would have been as successful as he was without his first wife. He used his first wife to decorate and to make those hotels, and she could have known about Epstein. That's true, Sweet Pea. You're absolutely correct. It's a possibility. But if it wasn't for that first wife, I don't think Donald Trump would have been in nearly
Nope. I agree.
as successful.
I didn't know that, Marcellus. That was the first time I knew that when you said that. And I didn't know that she was so mean.
Mm-hmm. She was well known. A lot of people thought Leona Hemsley was the tough one. No, Ivanka Trump was also known. She was a mean mamma jamma when it came to running them hotels because Donald put her in control of everything. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old to remember, but she was in control of everything. I'm just surprised people don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I had no idea. And I didn't know that she was as ruthless as she is. I thought I was under the impression she was the sweet wife.
That was the second wife that was all passive.
That was Marla. And I found out something about her this week. I never knew that she went up to Ivanka and gave a fake name talking about, I love your husband, do you?
Well, me and Lynn told you what would have happened to her had she had said that to one of us.
I mean, that's some cold stuff for your mistress to go up to your then wife and say, I love your husband, do you? You know what I mean? That's some cold stuff.
Well,
she better love him with the love of the Lord because she gonna go see him soon.
Speaking of cold, that 11-year-old girl that had to go out of state to Indiana to get that abortion, and the governor of Indiana told me he gonna find out who gave the little girl the 10 or 11-year-old girl that got raped, and they had to go out of state to get the abortion. And now he gonna track the doctor down, and he gonna make sure that doctor's brought to justice. Blah 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 blah.
Wow, so we're getting into some Handmaid's Tale shit in America.
But they just found a new law that says, did y'all see that? The new law may outweigh the Roe versus Wade, and it was something with, in an emergency situation, the doctor is required to render service, something like that, to render care.
That's the federal law, because
regardless, and that federal law supersedes any state laws that any states are going to come up with.
That's right. Because if the doctor tell you that, Roxanne, you're gonna die if you had this baby, they have to give you the procedure. Or if it's a medical emergency, they can't deny you the process. They can't.
Now we just have to figure. Now they're going to argue what's considered emergency and what's not.
Some rich person gonna fight it, but by the time they go up through the channels of the court, it's gonna be too late, and somebody's gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna die. Somebody white, and they're gonna pass another law, and you'll see. But what's gonna happen? They think they're hurting minorities with this anti-abortion stuff, but what's gonna happen when these white girls in the suburbs get pregnant, and some of them start dying in these back alley abortion clinics and these back alley butchers or these basement abortions? Watch what happens.
And they're gonna change the law, especially when a lot of these white girls who get pregnant by black boys in school.
You're
gonna most certainly see it.
They didn't factor that in.
Who is it that's dating this very, very, very rich white girl, got a black boyfriend, and the dad ain't happy? Is it Bill Gates?
I think it is Bill Gates.
Oh boy, because she took pictures and put it all over social media. She kissing and busting slob with her black boyfriend, and daddy ain't happy.
I bet
Yeah.
he ain't.
Well, Daddy,
Mm-mm.
hey, it is what it is. Now, you talk about death, Daryl. It seems that Tiger Woods was not able to make the cut, and it seems like his career is on death's door here. What say you? Because he cried on the 18th fairway when he wasn't able to make the cut for the U.S. Open on Friday morning last week. So, what do you think? What do you think about that?
No
Or was it this
athlete,
morning? Was it this morning he did it? I
and
think it was
probably
this
this
morning.
morning,
Yeah, it was
no
this morning.
athlete, no athlete will ever go. Very few athletes leave when it's time to leave. They either have to be forced out, if they're playing for a team, the team has to cut them, or either their health has to stop them. Very few. You look at boxers; they never retire and stay retired. They always come back for one more big fight. Very few boxers,
Mm-hmm.
other than like Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis went out on top. He said, "Hey, I regained my title. I made my money. I'm young. I'm gonna go do something else." He stopped. Them other people, they kept fighting until somebody almost beat them half to death, or either these football players, they played till their bodies just can't no more. And then they stopped. Then years later, they got all kind of health problems. Tiger Woods
Mm-hmm.
can't. It's no more money for him to make. It's nothing. Only thing he's chasing now, he's trying to break Jack Nicklaus' record. He's not gonna break it because he's had too many injuries. And this last one, he almost lost his leg in that car accident. It's time to walk away.
Yeah, it
Mm.
says he was able to gather himself and he went on to make par with a score of +9. It could be the last time Tiger Woods ever competes in a U.S. Open at St. Andrews. According to this article, TMZ Sports is reporting, and I quote, Tiger says, I don't know if I'll be physically able to play another British Open here at St. Andrews. He's 46 years old. He previously won 2 Opens at the famous course. I certainly feel like I'll be able to play more British Opens, but I don't know if I'll be around when it comes back around here. So I don't know if it's the difficulty of that particular course that's too strenuous on him physically, that he thinks that he's not going to be able to play, but he's actually said he's not going to be able to play at St. Andrews anymore. So
He's 46 years old. He's won everything you can win. And when he started playing and he was beating everybody so easy, a lot of the golf courses changed the designs of their courses specifically to slow him down.
right.
Mm.
And they
Well,
admitted that. They freely admitted that.
wow. I think at this point in his life, he should just be playing golf for fun.
Yeah, I know,
Right.
right?
And if
Wait
you
till
win,
he
if you
gets.
just slip up and win, you just slip up and win. But if you don't win, okay,
Now
you
what
should
I
just
No,
be playing for
but
fun.
yeah.
he's competitive. But see, he can't play on the senior PGA tour until he's 55. So he still has that competitive fire. So he got to wait another 9 years before he can do that. So
Now what he should do. Go ahead, Daryl.
no, I'm just go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say, what he should do is invest some time and some money into some urban areas and train some young black people how to play
Exactly.
golf and change the
Mm-hmm.
whole spectrum of the golf scenery and community.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hold your breath.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so
We
that's what
shall
he
see.
should do.
We shall
You
see
know,
on
That
that
would be nice, though, to
one.
teach
Mm-hmm.
kids from the urban areas how to play golf.
Mm-hmm.
right? There's so many things I want to talk to you about. The Alex Murdaugh case, the lawyer who was charged with killing his wife and his son. I know you guys may not be aware of this case, but I watch Law and Crime Network a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my favorite little stations. And this is a very prominent family, and down there in the South, in South
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, and
Mm-hmm.
it, you got
Columbia area.
you yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with this story, I would really advise you to start listening to some podcasts and stuff. Now this is going to be one of these stories there. Well, I don't know if I necessarily know unless they can show me some real concrete evidence that he killed his wife and son. I'm not really sure about this one. Because of course they said there's another case that they have against him as well. So this is
I, be-
going to be historic.
You need to start watching that.
I believe he did it. And when it first happened, I believed he did it. And when I started hearing the backstory and all the shenanigans he was tied up with, I was like, yeah, he owed somebody some money. She found out about it, and he was like, well, and he was having affairs on her. He's like, yeah, it's time for her to go, and he figured he could get away with it because of his status, because he comes from a very prominent family. So
Mm.
he thought he was above the law. like a lot of people do that have money and means and people backing them. Yeah, so that happens a lot. People think they can get away with stuff because they have big pockets backing them, but their day is coming too.
Yeah. Well,
Their
I
day is
just think
coming.
I just think it's very interesting, and it's probably a great story. You guys who are familiar with the Law and Crime Network on YouTube, I advise y'all to go and subscribe to that YouTube channel. It's actually one of my favorite YouTube channels because, and it's to me, I like it better than Court TV, Jacqueline. And the reason why I like it better than Court TV is because they give you more cases. Like you have way more cases that you could actually look at, and to me they just do a little bit better job. Court TV is kind of too commercial right now. Law and Crime is just really focused on the lawyers and the actual court
Mm,
cases, and so that's why
hmm
I really like the Law and Crime Network a little bit better. Well, Daryl, I know you have to get out of here. We've passed
hmm
our hour mark. Roxanne, any final comments for today's Friday Night Live before we get out of here?
Go
Yes,
ahead.
I want to speak on uh, the narcissist. I want to say, first of all, that um, I think the worst thing to happen is for a narcissist to actually have the narcissist handbook.
Mm,
It's like the
mm,
worst thing ever
mm,
because the narcissist will use the handbook against you and make you the narcissist. But what I want to say about the narcissist is that unless you really can't call people narcissists if you haven't been trained to know what a narcissist looks like. People go to college for that. Therapists go to college for that. And so, it kind of gets to be annoying when you're always hearing when someone disagrees with you, then you're a narcissist.
Right.
And the truth of the matter is all of us have a little narcissist in us.
hmm
I can see it in Marcellus. I can see it in Daryl. I can see it in Roxanne. I can see a little of it in everybody,
hmm
you know? So, I just wish we would stop calling each other that
hmm
Absolutely.
in a
And
disagreement
absolutely.
situation. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I see some of you making comments about some of the other stories, and I apologize. We're just at a limited time today because Daryl has something that he needs to do. I know about the John Gray, and there's so many other stories that I want to talk to y'all about, but we're running out of time. Go ahead, Daryl.
Yeah. I'll be doing a little something live from the courthouse when I come out Monday. So everybody, all parties involved have been served, and they got to show up 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, downtown Cleveland. I don't know if they're gonna let them do it by video. I don't know. They didn't tell me, but I know I'll be there. And it's showtime. It's no more running and hiding and lying and scheming. You got to stand tall before the man and explain why you've been calling people's mamas, people's jobs, people's houses, putting their information on the internet. You got to explain yourself. Ain't no more running.
Right. And that's just one situation. There's
One,
others to come.
one. Yes.
So let me just say this. I'm going to end my comment with saying this again. I've enjoyed my time on Friday Night Live. I'm going to continue to enjoy my time on Friday Night Live. I love Daryl, Kim, Roxanne, and the whole family over here. But let me make it emphatically clear. There are only 3 members of the A team. That would be myself, Roxanne, and Daryl. We need to be very clear that we are not involved with any other sectors. So when people are referring to their friends and all this other stuff, that has nothing to do with us. I'm going to end my comment tonight by giving out my warning again, because I mean exactly what I say. Do not mention myself, Roxanne, or Daryl, Kim, in any of your lives, and don't try to be sly and slick and be making slick ass comments like you was doing before. I forgave you the last go round, and I'm giving you a pass this go round. But when I get one word that you have been talking about either one of us, that is going to be your ass. And I'm going to remain as calm as I can as I tell you. That's all I have to say about it. You all enjoy the rest of your Friday. Unless somebody else has anything else to say, I'm done.
I'm done too.
Sorry is a contract for what, Marcellus?
For change. I learned that from Roxanne. Sorry is a contract for change.
And I'm out.
Peace. Good night, everybody.
Good night, John boy.
You've been listening to Friday Nights with the A-Team. Please remember to visit us online at ateamtv.com. Share the show with a friend. And for God's sake, stay out of Nutville. And keep your breadbasket safe. The A-Team Friday Night Live is a production of the A-Team Television Network.